Hello, kiddies. Welcome to Quick Make Some Noise for your for all your pro noise making needs. So we're working on a drum beat. It's like part 4, I think. It keeps on giving. We've got more sequels than Police Academy. So we've done some kind of wild Decapitator stuff. I can't be bothered to go through everything we've done. Let's do like one more of these and see if we can go really nuts. All right. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is put an extra loop in, because I've already made that mistake of not doing that. So let's loop that up. So we're still getting some stutters. No, I don't think we want stutters. We might do, but I don't think we do. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to highlight all these little guys. This is our automation for the stutter. If you don't know what I'm going about, go back, watch the videos. Here we go. So let's just do that. So now that stutter auto should be out. So we're back to our original flavor. That's cool, but I actually want to carry on from what we were doing last time. So I'm going to open up a few of these guys, just unlock them, and the same trick. It's going to go, you press 2 on your number pad. That will get you to the end of your marker. Control L, boom, there it goes. Let's go back to the beginning of that. Oh, yeah, man. Okay, so that's fun. So that's going to the gate. Now, I suppose we could put the stutter effect on that. Ooh, tasty, 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 tasty. I feel like putting a gate on this. I don't know why, but I want to. So I'm going to put a gate. Do we have... Let's see, I haven't used this in a long time, which means I won't remember how to use it. Let's see what we can do. So this should be going... It's on our drum bus. This is the Unfiltered G8, like gate. It's so clever. We're on regular gate at the moment. Let's go to cycle. What does that do? Right. I genuinely cannot remember how to use this. What happens with the threshold? Okay, let's go to ready go. Oh, okay, see. Just put that there. That's kind of cool. Boom, boom, try this one. Let's put it on peak. I don't like that. RMS. Okay, so very quickly, what's the difference between peak and RMS? Well, peak is, if you're looking on something like this sucker, peak is this bit. This is the peak. It's the tip of the top of the tip of the top of the tip of the top. RMS, we flick it over there. Oops, RMS. RMS is this a beat. It's the body of the signal. And the difference between peak and RMS is often used to describe dynamic range. All right? There's different ways of measuring dynamic range. But basically, this difference here is your dynamic range. It's not the difference from peak to 0. It's not the difference from RMS to 0. It's this bit here. This is what you're interested in. This is your dynamics. The more you shove your RMS up towards a peak, right, the more or the less dynamics you have. So if I let me get the right channel. Mix to SPL. So what do we got here? if I were to reduce the peak on this a little bit, so I'm going to bring the peak down. I'm going to bring it down quite a bit. I tell you what, let's just do it this way. Let's go 8.4. Drop the peak by 8.4, and I'm going to boost that up by 4.2, which makes it that. So now, what that's doing, here we go, it's smacking the peak, and you're losing dynamics. And you should be able to hear that. It's starting to sound kind of chunkier and fuzzier. So if we come in on this and drop it again by another 4.2, so I'm dropping that level, but then I'm going to gain this up by 4.2 to match it, which is going to take it to 11.2. And there you go. So we're at the same basic level, but you see that minus 8.4 dBs of gain reduction. Crikey, oh, blimey. And what it's doing is it's slamming, and you can see it over here. It's slamming the RMS and the peak right up against each other. So if I take that out and go back to where we were, which would be, wow, I can't do the maths, man. So I'm going to cheat. My mind. Whoa. Cancel that myself. Just a minute. So let's just go back to where it was. How are we doing? Okay. So that's back to where it was. So you can see over here, and it's okay to look at this. I know people say, man, don't use your eyes. Use your ears, dude. But if you're struggling to hear dynamics, don't be a dickhead. Use your eyes to help inform your ears so you can understand the concept. So you understand the principles of what's taking place. And then turn all that off and then use your ears. It is true, your eyes will fool your ears. They will. We're very suggestive. So yeah, absolutely. But if you're trying to understand a concept, sometimes looking at stuff helps. So here you can see it's bouncing about all over the place. So let's go back to where we were. Okay, so now we've got a lot more gain reduction. It sounds horrible because the limiter is smacking the crap out of it. And this is on transparent. This is on modern. Really smack the crap out of it. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad. That's weird. How's punchy? How's punchy sound? Who knows? It looks about that. You can see this is not moving as much as it was. It feels much more solid. If I go back to where we were, that's how we're doing. You see how much this is moving? It's more lively. And then I pull it in, and you see you've got a much bigger gain reduction. And if we were to crank that more, so that would be like 16.8. Oh my God, I can't do these maths. Yeah, okay. Oh no, that didn't work. Okay. That's better. I'm going to get this right in a minute. There you go. So now we've got like a, what is that? Like a 12, 13 dB gain reduction. Look at that little sucker. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Now the way I'm doing this, I'm turning it down one way and boosting it the other way so that the RMS shouldn't really be moving too much. The peak, it probably is moving a bit actually, but the peak is dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. But it's just for the purposes of this exercise. And you can hear it sort of squidging in. So this is where we were before. And actually, okay, the RMS is dropping quite a bit, actually. Yeah, it's dropping quite a bit. I mean, okay, fine. I accept that. Fine. But if we put it back to this, now you can see that it's really kind of smacked in. Not very pleasant. Let's lift this bit out for a second. Let's get some output on it. Here we go. Here we go. So we're about 4.2 before, so I don't want to crank anything. So now you can see the RMS has come right up against the peak. It sounds horrible. It really does. It sounds like my head is being shoved up RoboCop's arse. Your move, creep. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, I can do that better. Your move, creep. No, I still can't do it well. Okay, so it sounds terrible when you're hitting a limiter like minus 14 dB. Never do this. If you do this, you're an idiot. Stop it. It sounds like it's like shoving your entire mix up Robocop's ass. Don't do that. But this is how you're crushing the dynamics in here. So let's get that back to, what was that, like plus 2.1? Let's back it off. There we go, plus 2.8. Oh, that's so much better. We have actual dynamics. If we'd left that on any longer, Ian Shepherd's head would have exploded. Okay, so let's go back to making some noise. That was just a bit of something vaguely educational, perhaps. Let's see what's going on. I was explaining the difference between peak and RMS. Okay, so we're... Oh, man, let's do this. It's great. Oh, let's turn this up. What's this doing? Oh, that's so tasty. Yeah. Let's go to the tri-tree. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Set it at... Oh, what? I can't type in a number in? You guys suck. All right, let's do this. Okay, how about that? And let's pull this in. No, take it to about 82. That's it. That's kind of cool. What if I dial that into 82? Ooh. I'm a child. I'm a complete child. So, never gonna grow up. Let's try this one. What do you reckon? Is that better? I think we took out the reduction a bit. That's kind of cool. I actually like that a lot. I want it to flange. You know when you want something to flange? I want it to flange. What do we got for flanges? Let's just use the Cubase stock. I can't get pissed off by the others. That's weird. So without it, this is with it. That's cool. Alright, that's kind of fun. So let's see what's going on with the auto. So we've got this kind of Decimort thing where we're pulling go to that. Let's do this for this one. Do that. No, not that. Okay. So, right. Let's see if we can do something with a little bit of auto and make it a bit more interesting. So we're going to automate the gate on the dry wet. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is, sorry, I was away from the mic there. Let's do this. So we're going to just, first thing we're going to do is that. So when we're coming into it, we're coming like this. So we could do something like this if we wanted. We could do a kind of 1 bar on, 1 bar off kind of thing with the gate, and see what that sounds like. It's kind of boring though. Don't like that. Let's see what we can do. What happens if we do that? Let's see if we do like half a bar, half a bar, half a bar. See what that's like. That's kind of cool. What do you reckon? It's kind of cool. Let's see what happens if we do something like this. So let's just do like a quarter of a bar. Let's just hear the first one. What if we do something like that? Interesting. Okay, what about if we go... No. Okay. What happens if we go like this? What's that do? That's going to be messy. Okay, right. Okay. Kind of like that little split like that. It's kind of nice. Let's just try if we just carry that pattern on. Okay, what happens if we just drop like that there, so we sort of vary it a bit? Ah, that's wussy. Let's just keep it simple, so just give me this. Okay, cool. So let's hear that in context and see what all of that sounds like. Flavored beats. Flavor, 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 flavor. Weird stutter effect that doesn't time that well this time. Thanks. So let's see if it hits that snare quite right. It's weird. It's a loop. It should be the same, really, in theory, but it's not. Ah, noisy, decapitator, reverby, panny stuff. Technical terms. Oh, yeah. So that's that. That's how you mess with a beat. That's how you muck it up, mess it up, take as much as you like, leave what you don't, try different flavors, push it even further, pull it back a little, whatever you want. Different plugins, you don't need to use those plugins. You see, I'm using some stock, I'm using some stuff that's expensive, whatever. Try different things. Awesome-o. Good night and good noise.